Okay, we have talked about Africa. Africa is one of the country where one side is Indian Ocean and another side is Pacific Ocean. Okay, south of the Africa is considered as touching is the Southern Ocean. How many oceans are there? There are five oceans in the world. Okay, generally we say there are three oceans only, that is Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Ocean. Like there are three continents in the world: Asia and Europe, Africa. We consider as same continent. Europe, Africa duo, and North America, South America, same continent as America. Australia has come as part of Asia only. So Australia can be considered as the island of Asia. Any land has island. Any land has island, guaranteed. If there is Antarctica, then Antarctica is considered as island of America. If there is America, then bottom right is the island that is called Antarctica. If Africa is an island, Euro-Africa, Europe and Africa is an island, or Africa is an island, then there is Madagascar. That is the kind of I'm sorry. If there is a big land, then there is island. If there is a big land called America, there is an island called Antarctica. If there is a big land called Africa, there is an island called Madagascar. Okay, if there is a big land called India, then island is Sri Lanka. If I see Greater India, big land called Greater India or Indian subcontinent, then there is a big island called Indonesia that belongs to the Indian subcontinent. If I say there is a very big land in India, right now, present India, big land is India, then island is Sri Lanka. If big land is Indian subcontinent is bigger part. Then big island is Indonesia. Indonesia is an island of Indian subcontinent. If there is a big land called Asia, then big island is Australia. If there is a big land called China, then there is an island called Japan. Okay, if there is a big land called Northern America, then there is a big island called Greenland, whatever. Greenland is considered as part of North America only, geographically. Though it is administered by Denmark right now, and there is a tussle between North America and Europe that Greenland should belong to North America because geographically it is part of North America. Anyway, now there are five oceans. One is Southern Ocean or also called Atlantic Ocean. Northern Ocean that is also called Arctic Ocean, and then three oceans: Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean, and Atlantic Ocean. Anyway, biggest is the Pacific Ocean. Now, actually, I was thinking when I was seeing the map, then I took one continent. Generally, it is considered as a continent called Australia. Australia come in a continent called Oceania, called continent. Australia, and then New Zealand, and then full Oceania islands like Fiji, Samoa, okay, and Easter's Island, and then like that. So there are so many. Uh, uh, I believe there are so many. Okay, so in that way, Oceania region. I was thinking about Australia. I took the map and then I was thinking, Australia. If I see one side of Australia, then it is Indian Ocean, western side. Eastern side of Australia, if I take, then it is Pacific Ocean, full. Okay, then I was thinking that Australia belongs to Indian Ocean or Pacific Ocean. Okay, because there is only two oceans I was seeing in Australia. One side Indian Ocean and one side Pacific Ocean. Australia belongs to Indian Ocean or Pacific Ocean? That is a question. Every continent can belong to one ocean or two oceans. Like North America, South America, they have Atlantic on one side and Pacific on another side. Africa, Indian Ocean one side and Pacific on another side. Sorry, Atlantic on another side. More or less, little bit southern part of the Africa, southern ocean touches the southern Africa, but very little bit. More or less, it is Indian Ocean and Atlantic Ocean. If I say Indian subcontinent that spans from the north of the Egypt till it goes till Philippines and then north it goes till Mongolia, then it is full southern is Indian Ocean. Means north of Indian Ocean is Indian subcontinent. Means Indian subcontinent belongs to Indian Ocean. There, whereas if I talk about the Asia, then Asia belongs to Arctic Ocean, Asia belongs to Pacific Ocean, and Asia belongs to Indian Ocean. Asia is very big. In that fashion, I was thinking that Australia belongs to Indian Ocean or Pacific Ocean or both of them. Okay, one formula that I have taken to find out any continent belongs to which ocean, if I take its river system, like if I say Siberia, then Siberian river they go and meet Arctic Ocean. If I take the Manchuria or China, these rivers they go and meet Pacific Ocean. If I take Indian subcontinent, their river go and meet Indian Ocean. More or less, I can say Asia belongs to all three. But if I take Australia, then I was thinking that Australia belongs to which continent? Its river equally it go and meet Indian Ocean or Pacific Ocean. This is what I was thinking. I have how big Australia is. Australia is more or than less two and a half time of India, 76 lakh square kilometer or 7.6 million square kilometer square, where India is I believe 3.3 kilometer square, 3.3 million kilometer square, two and a half times than India, Australia is. It's very big and it is sandy desert. Australia has, I believe, six states. One is Western Australia, one is called Northern Territory, one is Southern Australia, and then there we have Queensland, New South Wales, and Victoria. I believe six, and then one is Tasmania. Seven states are there in Australia. Around 2.7 crore people live in Australia, 27 million people. Looking at the side population is very, 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 very sparse. Full Australia, more or less, it is sandy desert only. Okay, this is called Kangaroo Island. Kangaroo, they travel on the Australia. Anyway, so Australia belongs to Indian Ocean or Australia belongs to Pacific Ocean. Western side of Australia, that state that we call it as Western Australia, and then eastern side of Australia that is Queensland, and then New South Wales and Victoria. They are facing Pacific Ocean, and Southern Australia we will talk, and Northern Territory I believe it also belongs to Indian Ocean. Anyway, I was seeing the longest river of Australia. If I take the longest river of Australia, then I found five rivers are six rivers in Australia. They are very long. If I take Australia, if this is Australia, this is Western Australia. This is Southern Australia. This is Northern Territory. This is Queensland. This is east side. This is Queensland. This is New South Wales and this is Victoria. So in eastern side, Australia is more or less populated, whereas western side facing Indian Ocean, it is sparsely populated. Southern side, again toward the eastern side only, Australia is populated. And then this is Australia, and then the south there is one island called Tasmania. So this is the Australia. Seven states are there, seven provinces. Longest river of Australia is called Murray River, and Murray River is kind of it is Murray River. It flows in New South Wales, South Australia, and Victoria states. These are the three states through Murray River flows. So if this is Australia, Murray River more or less it starts from here. I believe Southern Australia. I'm sorry. It flows comes in the Queensland. Then it flows through Victoria. Okay, Queensland, New South Wales, and Victoria. So I'm sorry, South Australia. So Murray River looks like it starts from the New South Wales. If this is Australia, this is southern part, eastern part, north part, and western part. From here, Murray River begins in the New South Wales. It moves like this, but it does not go to the Pacific Ocean. It turns around and then it go and empties down. Then I was seeing this down is what? It is Pacific or Indian. There is a new ocean called Southern Ocean, that is Atlantic Ocean. So full southern Africa falls in southern ocean, that is Atlantic Ocean. Antarctica Ocean, I'm sorry, Antarctica Ocean. Antarctica Ocean or Southern Ocean. Western part and northwestern part is Indian Ocean. Eastern part and northeastern part is Pacific Ocean. So Murray River is the longest river of Australia. More or less, someone can say Australia is Murray River. Means full population of Australia is around the Murray River only. Okay, Adelaide too. Means there are three states Murray River is carrying toward the eastern side. That is New South Wales, Victoria, and South Australia. Okay, I believe it does do not touch the Queensland, but population in Queensland is less. Australia is southeastern part where Australia is populated. Canberra is capital. All are there only. Okay, it is cold. It is the south to the Capricorn line. Okay, Makar Rekha in India, Capricorn line, south too. It falls in south hemisphere, not in the equatorial hemisphere, southern hemisphere, south to the. Okay, so Murray River is the longest river in Australia, and it falls in southern ocean, even though it looks like it is traveling toward the Pacific Ocean, and it has length of 2,375 kilometers. Okay, it is, and there are all longest river of the Australia. They merge into Murray River only. Means Australia means Murray River, like Darling River, then then Murrumbidgee River, Lechlan River, Warango River, Paru River. These are the longest river of Australia, and they go and meet in the Murray River. If you see the list of the longest river in Australia, or top five or top six, they go and merge into Murray River only. This Murray River is Australia. Anyway, what are the other river? Other river, this means southern Australia, southern ocean, that is south to Australia. It is it takes the Murray River. There is one lake in the Australia. That lake is called, okay, that lake is called Lake Lake In. Lake In. Lake Eyre. Lake Eyre is a lake in southern Australia, province of Australia. If this is Australia, then this is southern Australia. In southern Australia, there is a lake here called Lake Pyre, and there river that comes from the Queensland and New South Wales primarily they come to the. So more or less, this lake is in southern Australia, in vicinity to the southern ocean only, and there other river they meet there, and those river are Cooper Creek River and Diamen Diamantina River. So Diamantina River and Cooper Creek River, they go and they vanish. They go and they empty their water into the Lake Eyre River. Diamantina River is 941 kilometers long, and it flows through the central west Queensland, and there is a Cooper Creek River or Barcoo River, so that is 1,300 kilometer long, and it also empties into Lake Eyre. Okay, this is more or less they come under the vicinity of the southern ocean only. If I see the Pacific Ocean, then to the Pacific Ocean, that is the Queensland. Queensland is a Pacific Ocean province in Australia. So there, the Flinders River 1,004 kilometer long. It flows through Queensland only, starts from the Queensland and empties into the Gulf of Carpentania. Carpentania is north to Australia. Okay, Carpentania. Okay, so it is more or less that is the last point of Pacific Ocean. So it empties into Pacific Ocean, Queensland. That is Flinders River. There is Gas Gascoyne River. Gascoyne River is 865 kilometers long. This is considered as longest river on the western side, that is the West Africa. More or less, it is desert only. Okay, it is 865 kilometer long Western Australia province and it meets into Indian Ocean. There is one more river in the Western Australia and that is Murchison River, 820 kilometers. I believe it is the second longest river in the Western Australia and it goes and it empties into Indian Ocean. So one major river empties into Pacific Ocean and that river name is Flinders River. And two river, major river, they go and meet Indian Ocean and that is Gascoyne River and Murchison River. So Indian Ocean, the river length is between 800 to 900 kilometers. Whereas the river that go and meet the Pacific Ocean is Flinders River 1004 kilometers. But if I see the southern ocean, then full Murray River and its tributary, they go and meet the southern ocean, and they are in vicinity of 3,000 kilometers long. If I say Lake Erie, then Lake Erie, the river they are meeting Lake Erie like a Cooper Creek and Diamantina, they are these rivers are around more than 1,000 kilometers. So we can summarize that Australia is more or less southern ocean continent. Australia is neither Indian Ocean continent, Australia nor it is Pacific Ocean continent. Measure of the river, I would rather say 80% of the river, they are flowing in the vicinity of Southern Ocean, that is Antarctica Ocean. So Australia can be considered as loosely part of Antarctica. Means Australia is Southern Ocean or Antarctica Ocean continent. Australia, the way it looks like that if you see Asia and then Indonesia and then Australia and then Indian Ocean and Pacific Ocean, Australia is neither Indian Ocean continent nor Pacific Ocean continent. It is something different and it is Southern Ocean subcontinent and Australia weather or weather seasons are like that only. In India, if it is summer, then there it is winter and vice versa. Amazing, mind blowing Australia.